The Yankee and the Brit. Yes, Yankee and the Brit. One is a genius, the other's a twit. On the radio, the beans have been spliced. The Yankee.
Mr. Holden, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing all
Hey,
right.
you're on the front porch swing with the Yankee and the Brit, Brandon.
Well, that's a good place to be.
So we have just played Sipping and a Riding. What's that tune all about?
Oh yeah, let me tell you why I wrote that song. So I may or may not have made a bad decision one time in my life and gotten a driving ticket for something I probably shouldn't have been doing, right?
I was going to ask you if it was about something you shouldn't have been doing.
Well, a friend of mine, after the incident, he said, "You know what, man? You should have just told the cop you were sipping and riding. That's completely different." And that's how I wrote that song.
And how does your friend think that that's different?
Because it's not technically in the law, I guess. I don't know. He wasn't the brightest light in the hall. I just humored him and wrote it.
Maybe he needs to change the bulb to a little higher wattage.
He's got a night light. It's not even a full-fledged light bulb.
All right. I can see where this is going to go. All your friends like that, are they?
Not all of them. Just the ones that I like the most.
That's the problem with my friends. It takes three of them to make one good one.
Exactly, but it makes me seem really smart when I hang out.
Yes, very, very
So you
true.
must be one of those guys that asks yourself your own questions so you can get the right answer.
Every time. And it really pisses me off when I get the wrong answer.
Yeah, I'll have to ask the cop about that. So how long you been in music? Ever since you was a youngin'?
Oh, Lord, no. I started playing in high school, and then I quit when I joined the military, and then I picked it back up after the military. And some little old lady at the local VFW when I was playing asked me if I'd ever done it professionally, and I told her no. And she asked me why not, and I didn't really have a good answer. So I decided to give it a shot.
There you go, not talking to yourself again.
There it is.
Well, are you still in the military?
Oh, no, I got out in 2011.
Well, let me say thank you anyways for serving.
You're more than welcome.
Very cool. What service were you in?
I was in the Army down here at Fort Benning.
What rank were you?
I was a specialist.
A specialist, what was your specialty? It wasn't music, and it wasn't asking yourself questions, so what was it?
I didn't really have a specialty. I was in Ranger Regiment for 6 years.
There you go. Did you get to do anything serious?
A little bit here and there.
Well, that's good. Good deal. Well, thank you again very much. Nice to have you with us, by the way.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So what, have you played the guitar for a long time, or don't tell me you just learned that too?
Oh, no. My dad taught me G, C, and D when I was 15, and then he said, "You're on your own."
Well,
that's usually how that works.
Good place to start.
That's it.
Must be a good dad.
Like, I like to think he is.
And what's your earliest musical memory? You know, when you were like really young and
He's still young.
short trousers and
He's
all that.
still young.
I mean, when he had like really short trousers, you know.
Well, I would have to say probably the earliest would be my dad playing guitar when I was, 7 or 8 years old, and him asking me to go get his guitar, and it was as big as I was.
Now, was he in any bands or anything, or did he just play at home?
He just more or less played at home. I think he had a band at one point, but I was really young, and I don't remember it at all.
Do you write your own songs now?
I do occasionally. Here and there when I have the time between work and playing and family and hunting and, all the other good stuff.
I like that Redneck Cinderella. That's right up my alley with a beat like that.
I wrote that song because my bass player's wife said, if you can write a song that has the word yoo-hoo in it, I will love it forever.
Yoo-hoo? You mean like the chocolate milk?
Or like,
that's it.
Yoo-hoo, only me.
No, yoo-hoo like the chocolate milk.
Avon calling. Oh, chocolate milk.
I love that stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Well, we will love you forever if you ever write a song about the Yankee and the Brit show.
I will see what I can do.
That
Yay!
Scare the hell out of all of us. You are you out traveling? You got a CD out, right?
I did a real small EP several years ago that I really didn't do anything with it. I took a little bit of time off, and then I had a guy that wanted me to go on tour with him. So I stopped booking because we were supposed to go on tour for the summer. So I just quit booking for the whole summer, and then that fell through. So that's when I took the time off, and now I'm starting to get back into it now.
Well, I know we're all over the map here with questions, but what the hell was I going to say? You remember?
I don't know.
You didn't tell me.
Old geezer. He keeps forgetting everything today.
That's just the problem with getting old, I reckon.
Well, your music. Are you inspired by anybody?
It's a trick question. My favorite kind of music is old country. And I say old, like Garth Brooks is my all-time hero. Him, George Strait, big fan of Toby Keith.
So you're a 90s man then?
Yeah, I am, but you can't really play that in some of the venues that I play, so you have to throw in, Thomas Rhett and Luke Bryan, and I mean, I like it, but it's not my favorite. So you kind of got to bounce around all over the map to make the crowd happy.
I can understand the Luke Bryan thing.
Yeah, but so I guess my inspiration would be 90s country.
Well, because the music, your songs are I guess they are kind of 90-ish, but still up to date, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I've never had it described that way, but it makes perfect sense.
I didn't know how to put it into words, but they sound great. I mean, that's what it makes me think of is a 90s kind of sound, but it's still got an update kind of attitude about it, I guess. I should say an up-to-date attitude, as in the 2000s kind of thing.
Right, well, I'd appreciate it.
You got a band of your own, or did you do these songs in a studio?
Yeah, the songs were done in a studio, but I do have a band. I've got quite possibly one of the best bass players in the Southeast. His name is Z Ultra. He plays, I think he has a 12-string bass that he plays every now and then, but he usually plays an 8 or a 7. And I got a guitar player his name's Tanner Gill. He's insane. The things that guy can pick up and how fast he picks them up. And then I've got my drummer's Andy Perkins. He's he's the nicest guy in the world, real solid. But all the songs I recorded were just done in the studio with studio musicians. It was the quickest, easiest thing than trying to get everybody. Hey guys, we're going to the studio. It's 4 hours away, and it's on this Saturday. Oh well, I got to go to church. Oh well, I got a family thing. It just wasn't worth the hassle.
And these are studio musicians?
Yes, they are. The guy that I used to record it was a guy named Gary DeBenedetto. His studio is called Studio D in Moultrie, Georgia. He had just moved back from Nashville, so I went in and did the scratch vocals, and then he sent everything up to Nashville to have Nashville musicians record on it, and then sent it right back down here to me to do the final vocals.
Dale came out nice. There's nothing wrong with any of them. The music's great.
Yeah, I think so. I'm working on trying to get everything going to get an actual full-fledged album out here in the next, hopefully, I'm going to just be generous and say year, hopefully sooner than that. But when I do the next one, it's going to be like the actual people that play with me, so that when I send it to a venue or anything, I can say, look, this is what we sound like. Here it is. Merry Christmas.
Are you signed with anybody, or are you an independent?
I am not signed with anybody. Not saying.
So that's probably a good thing then.
Yeah, it definitely gives me a lot of freedom to do whatever I want to do.
And the first EP you did there, did that sell pretty good, or was it just kind of a poke and hope kind of thing? I sold the copies that I made, but it was just at shows here and there. I mean, I never even had anything put online. The next one, I'll have it on, iTunes, CD Baby. I don't even know what all there are now. There's 27,000. Yeah, sometimes
online places. Right.
Are you actually from Georgia? Because normally I can't understand a word anybody says from Georgia.
Technically, I was born in South Carolina, and I lived there for like 15, 16 years-ish. But I moved to Georgia, and I call Georgia my home because that's where I fit in the most.
I hear a bit of an accent, but it's not real heavy.
No, like Donna Joe, sometimes I have to go, say that again.
Some of that service knock some of that out of you, maybe.
I do believe that it had a lot to do with it. You hang out with people from, the northeast, northwest, out west, deep south, some, foreigners and whatnot. And, it just kind of, I guess, fades away.
Oh, them Yankees.
All them dang Yankees and them Brits, man.
Well, I'm a damn Yankee, and I'm proud of it, but that's a whole nother story.
Fair enough.
I love Texas, and I wouldn't leave here. It was the last place on earth.
You're a Yankee in Texas.
That's right. A damn Yankee now.
Okay, now how does it... are you a damn Yankee that was born in Texas, or you moved to Texas?
I moved to Texas.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I'm actually from Ohio.
I've got a cousin who lives in Ohio.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I know, right? It's terrible.
That's why I left. I couldn't stand their attitudes. bunch of snotty, stuck-up little rugrats. I ain't got no use for that kind of thing.
Well, I think she's just stuck there because she's actually kind of cool.
Well, I was trucking for about 20 years or so. So, I've been all over the South and out West and all over the country. And you just can't beat the people in the South. Now, I'm not going to say there ain't some backstabbers and some people that pretend or, they're not fake. But
that's because they moved down here from the North.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree with you there. But for the most part, you get down there in Mississippi and Louisiana and all down in there, Alabama and Georgia and North Carolina, South Carolina, all good people down in there. I don't care what anybody has to say.
For the most part, they're all right.
I can't say much about the Bible thumpers, but that's a whole nother thing.
Right. I mean, they got their ways of thinking.
That's it, and that's okay by me as long as they ain't trying to shove it down my throat.
Amen.
So where do you go from here? What you got plans? I mean, are you out touring right now, or are you hitting the bars or anything?
I'm not out touring. They got that whole big boy job to pay the bills, but I've been playing pretty much every weekend for the last several months. I took this weekend off for deer hunting because I messed around and I booked myself last weekend, which was opening day.
Oh, yes. He delayed sending us some music because he was busy hunting.
Yep. That's it, hunting and working. And every time I thought about it, I was in the tree stand or I was in the middle of doing something. I said, I'll do it when I get home, and I'll do it when I get home, and I'll do it when I get home, and I never did.
The tree stand's too important.
You should have just recorded a video of you just singing and, but you should have just belted it out wherever you were and sent it to us.
Just what do you think the deer would think about that?
I don't care what the deer think about that.
I can hear them now. What is that noise coming out of that tree up there?
Up yonder.
Oh, my God.
So, what other songs did we play tonight?
We did.
Drink
a little whiskey.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Drinking a little whiskey.
More first-hand experience?
No, actually. I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's happened many times where I woke up and I had a song going, like in a dream or something. And I wake up and I say, yeah, I remember that in the morning. I go back to sleep. Well, this time I did not go back to sleep. I was like, I got to do it right now. So I got up, I grabbed my guitar, grabbed my phone, recorded a little bit, went back to sleep, woke up the next morning, and that's just what happened. I mean, there was no tremendous backstory or anything.
Well, I guess as long as you woke up and you recollected what you did, you're all right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, I had to sit there and try to figure out what I was playing because I was half asleep. But the lyrics and the melody was really what was most important.
What do you do for work now?
I am a digital enhancement engineer.
A digital
Oh, my gosh.
enhancement
What's one
engineer.
of them, then?
That's the fancy way of saying I'm a cable guy.
Oh.
All right.
Cable guy.
You sounded like the dude that goes, Avon calling.
Oh.
I was thinking more like, hey, Culligan man.
I don't think I know that one.
You never heard of the Culligan man?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, you are young.
I mean, I've been called lots of things, but young's not one of them lately.
You sound pretty young to me. You probably are young to me. What are you in your...
No, but look at
let
his
me guess,
photo.
You're like 28?
Look at his beard. He's got lots of grey in his beard, look.
Whoa. See, you were my favorite till right then. That is not gray. That is the lighting in the picture.
Is that the distinguished look?
No, that is the glimmer off of the girls that were just staring at me going, oh.
Oh, I see. Are you a ginger? Now, see, he doesn't know what that means.
There's a little bit of red in my beard, but that's it.
I thought I could see it around the edge right there next to your, right against your cheeks. I can see a little bit
He's
of
going to
red.
be straight up at that mirror as soon as he's done with us, and he's going to be checking for grey hairs. You know it. You know it.
Oh, no, as soon as I get off the phone with you guys, I'm shaving.
So do all the ladies throw their underwear at you when you're on stage?
Not as often as you would think. And I tell you, like the first time it happened, they kind of stuck to me. It was nasty. So I put a sign out front that says no panty throwing.
And no bras either?
Well, I mean, I can't stop them from doing something.
I threw my knickers all the way from England over to Randy, and that was the start of a beautiful friendship, wasn't it, husband?
That was wonderful, yes.
And he
I gotta wonder how big
his beard.
I've got to wonder how big those knickers were to catch enough wind to make it from England to Texas.
There was
know, but
plenty of wind in them, don't you worry.
It's a damn good thing they aired out on the way over here, I can tell you that.
There was always plenty of wind in my knickers.
Thank you, Lord, for that ocean breeze. Who's having more fun here?
I know. Shut up, Donna.
You all right over there, Brandon?
I'll hang it in there.
He's thinking of lyrics for a song about the Yankee and the Brit. I know, when he goes quiet.
Her underwear was sailing through the breeze.
Hang on, let me write that down real quick.
Oh, dearie me.
When they landed, her panties were full of fleas.
Oh,
You
dear.
all right?
Shut up, Donna. Okay, next question. Do you play any other instruments?
Do I play or can I play? Because that's a whole other ballgame.
Okay,
Do you or can you?
do you or can you?
I do not, but I can. I used to play the trumpet, the trombone, the French horn, and the saxophone.
I hope not all at once.
Well, I mean, I was good, but I wasn't that good.
Man,
And I know,
there's nothing like some good sax.
right? I love good sax. I mean, you can't beat it, man. I'm here to
Oh,
tell you,
yes,
especially when you
sir.
put your finger, when you cover the right holes with the right fingers.
Bingo. Now
Any
you got
hole's a goal.
And at this point in my life, I know how to play the bass and the piano. I just don't,
Why don't you?
because I already have a bass player, and the piano is just entirely too hard to carry around with me.
True.
Yeah,
I don't know. Laurel and Hardy never had a problem with it.
No, they never.
I'm just not that big and strapping.
All right, you look like it. You look
Yeah,
like a
let's
pretty
have a look at his
good-sized guy.
picture. What else can we pick at? Oh, he is a strapping lad, isn't he?
That's
He
what
could
I
balance a piano on that baseball cap.
I guess he thinks not.
I probably could. I got a big ass head.
What is it with people and big heads on this show? Every person that's come on this show has confessed that they have a giant-sized head
Who was
and
complaining
hats
about the
and
size
hats
of their
that
head
never.
the hat wouldn't fit? Who was
Keith
that?
Samson
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
chat
it's
room.
like until you've had a big head, you don't know the real struggle, because you can't just go buy a hat. It doesn't work, and when you find one that fits, you have to wear it till it falls apart. Like when I joined the military, they didn't have a hat that fit me. They had to order it. So for the first week, every drill sergeant that saw me made me do push-ups because I didn't have my hat on. Until I told them, I don't have one that fits me, drill sergeant. And they're like, BS. And they'd put their hat on my head and it felt like a yarmulke. And they'd say, oh, yeah, you're right. Get out of here.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, that mystery's been solved.
Yes, the mystery of the giant hat. Who was on last week who had the giant head? Sean Wallace, yeah, he said he has a giant head. Oh dear, you guys and your giant heads on the Yankee and the Brit show.
What do you do? You got any hobbies or anything?
Hunting and music. That's pretty much the extent of it. I don't have time for a whole lot else.
Oh, that's too bad. What do you got for a truck? I know you got a truck.
I've got a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, I had a 05, and then I got into a fight with a light pole, and I lost. So the money that I'd saved up to buy a motorcycle, I went and bought a truck, and I've had it ever since. I've always been the kind of guy, if it's not broke, don't fix it, or if it's not broke, don't replace it. So
That's funny you say you lost a fight, because right down the street here at the intersection of the dirt road next to us, there was a Dodge pickup grill hung in the tree right there for about damn near a year. It hung in that tree. Somebody finally come and took it down, but I could see right there somebody lost that fight too.
it happens like that sometimes.
Oh, I'm a Ford man. That's why I was
Well,
curious.
when he was calling his friend at the start of the show, calling his friend a light bulb, I thought maybe he'd had a fight with his friend. So what is your plans? Do you have any plans for like any shows, or do you have any radio appearances with any strange people like the Yankee and the Brit?
Nothing upcoming that I know of. I've got a couple shows this weekend. I think private parties. I know this Friday I'm playing in Eufaula, Alabama, and then Saturday's a private party.
Speaking of deer hunting, did you bag anything?
Not today. Yesterday I got a doe, and the day before that I got my first rack buck with a bow. It's a nice little 160-pound 8-pointer.
Nice.
Hang on, rewind.
Whoa,
rewind.
hang on a minute.
What
I
did
take
you
it you
say?
freeze them up?
I'm sorry?
You freeze them up, do you?
No, I dropped the 8-pointer off. Well, actually, I dropped them both off at the processor because it was late and I just didn't feel like dealing with it.
So
What
that's a
did you
whole
drop
freezer's
off?
worth of good stuff you let go then.
What did he drop off?
Oh, no. Like, I had the processor's going to do all the cutting and chopping and packaging, and then I'm going to go get it back.
Oh, okay. I see. So
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't do it myself because I don't have that kind of time or patience.
Okay, now carry on, please.
What did he hunt? What did he drop off?
Deer?
Oh, I thought you said
You know.
something else.
A doe,
Oh,
a female deer.
Ray.
No, not a ray, a doe. Doe.
Doe.
Sometimes you still have to do a little extra explaining to the British.
I know, because he just started, like, rambling on, as you guys do. And then I was like, hey, wait. What did he hunt? What did he get? What did he drop off in a bag?
I asked him if he bagged one. I didn't mean did he put it in a bag.
Oh, well, he must have put it in a bag if he's bagged it.
He might have had a sack, but maybe he just drug it by the horns.
That's what happened.
That's usually the way. Strap it to the hood and hope it don't kick.
That's it. Throw it in the bed of the truck and hope it's still there when you get where you're going.
You know one of them guys that don't close the gate, I take it.
No, I closed the gate. I did kill a deer one time, or I thought I killed a deer one time. I shot it in the spine with my bow, and then I, tried to finish the job with a knife, and I thought I had completed the job and put it in the truck and put my tree stand on top of it. And when I get home, the tree stand's missing and the deer's still kicking.
Now, he's up in the tree stand waiting for you.
No, the tree stand was laying on the side of the road from where the deer had kicked it out.
Oh.
Yeah, it was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I'll say.
Because I had a live deer in the back of my truck that I somehow had to kill without putting a hole in the bed of my truck.
I don't even know what to say.
I didn't either, except for, oh, crap.
All right, then. So, I take it you're not married, then?
I am not.
Well, that's probably
He's sensible. Sensible boy.
I would like to say it's sensible, but it's really not. I proposed to my girlfriend 7 times, and she told me no all 7 times.
Oh, she's the sensible one.
She just rolled her eyes.
So you're lying or you're full of shit, one or the other?
Both. Why not both?
How long y'all been together?
4, coming up on 4 years, 3.5 years, something like that.
Ah, she'll say yes eventually.
She nodded her head. I mean, I'm hoping.
Good.
I'm hoping to, I got some plans for tomorrow night maybe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's like she's gonna take me out to dinner.
She's taking you out to dinner.
She dang Skippy to McDonald's.
Oh.
Whew, highfalutin, baby.
I'm telling you, fancy. We're gonna take some tea light candles and eat inside and everything.
And they say romance is dead.
It will be when they leave there.
You could propose to her live on the Yankee and the Brit show.
I could.
And then when she says no,
He's got plans. Leave him alone.
Oh, all right.
Now. Don't push his luck. After this, he's going to have a hard enough time as it is.
You are not wrong, my good sir.
You remember what them bug guys said last night on the radio? I'm going to tell you no again.
I'm never gonna say yes to you. Are you serious? Yes. See, you said yeah. Look at that. Bam.
hey.
Oh, damn, girl. Come on.
And that's where the fight started.
That's about it. Well, you have a Facebook page, right?
Yes, I do. It's facebook.com/Brandon Holden Music.
And can you still get your original EP? I mean, if people want it, can they write you and get one yet, or no?
I could probably shoot some MP3s, but I don't have an actual hard copy of it.
And I see your music is on Reverb Nation.
God, I hope not.
Well, it is. I was going to get your songs off of there, and then you sent some. Otherwise, I was going to get them off of there.
Oh my God, I need to go update that joker.
Well, they sounded all right. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it. If anything, you ought to just promo it some more.
I'm gonna have to get that updated. Desperately get that updated. I've got an EPK that I usually send out to people, and I've just completely forgotten all about the Reverb Nation
And there's that love song that you wrote for me about 2 years ago. That's on your Reverb Nation as well. You was telling me about how much you love me and everything.
Yeah, well,
no wonder your girlfriend won't say yes.
Stop. That was between me and you, and now my girlfriend just heard you. and that's how the fight started right there.
Well, now the cat's out of the bag now because Randy knows.
I can see when she says no tomorrow night. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
She said she's gonna say this is not Burger King where you have it your way.
Okay, no comment.
Maybe she'll say, "In your trousers, it's not the home of the Whopper." Maybe she'll say that. That's a Burger King slogan, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it's a Burger King slogan. The home of the Whopper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see where you're going with that now. Yeah.
You're a bit slow there.
Well, I mean, I always attribute it to like a, Subway footlong.
Come on. Those are too expensive. You want the 6-inch.
That's what she said.
Well, then. I hope she's smiling from ear to ear over there.
She's actually rolling her eyes at me right now.
Hey! Is that because you just asked her to marry you again?
I don't see how this girl doesn't stay dizzy from all the time she rolls her eyes at me.
Well, I got 10 questions for you, and then we'll let you go.
Okay.
We'll make this easy on you. But thank you in advance for serving your country, and thank you for joining us. You sound like you got a hell of a good life going on over there, and good luck with that little, that thing tomorrow night.
Right, I appreciate it.
He means the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, good luck with your nuggets. All right.
I'm hoping to have fun with a mixed salad.
Uh-oh. Question number 1. What's your favorite word?
Word.
What's your least favorite word?
No.
What turns you on?
The wind blowing just the right way.
I know all about that with those panties sailing.
But not the British breeze. I know he doesn't like the word no. He's been told it enough times.
What turns you off?
Smoking.
Cigarettes?
Yes. Specifically cigarettes. Sorry.
No, I'm with you. Cigarettes, I smoke,
After
but I'd rather be
sex.
smoking something besides cigarettes.
Yes, all day.
Number 5, what sound do you love?
This is a live radio show, so
You can say anything you want, it's internet radio.
fair.
If you don't say it, the wife will, so you better...
Okay. My favorite sound is yes.
I do.
I will! What sound do you hate?
Nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, God, yeah. What is your favorite curse word?
Can I say that on internet radio?
Of course.
Fuck me.
Mine is fuck me running.
Yeah, I don't like running. I'm too old and fat for that crap.
Oh, hell. What profession other than yours, and you can either say as a musician or as your cable guy, what profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
I went to school to be a game warden, and I've got my degree. I'm just kind of giving music more time before I step over to be a game warden.
Very good. What profession would you not like to do?
Teacher, because I cannot stand stupidity. And these kids today are all assholes.
Thank you very much. Number 10, the final question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Well, come on in. The beer's cold and free.
There you go. Bingo. I can't wait to hear what his reply is, though. Let me know.
Oh, I will. You'll be on the other side of the gate waiting on me, I'm sure.
I just hope he offers me a good cold shot of bourbon.
And your final question, if you was to write a song about the Yankee and the Brit, what would the song be called?
Them damn Yankees and them damn Brits.
Ask him your favorite question, the one you asked Billy Lord.
Or my favourite question, if you woke up tomorrow with a vagina and tits, what would be the first thing you do?
Same thing I do 4 times a day anyway.
Play with it.
You damn Skippy.
Well, he's honest and to the point. You can't beat that.
You're making
Well done,
Randy
soldier.
blush.
Well, I guess we've torn you up enough, so...
Yes.
You guys aren't right.
That's the whole idea of it. Hell, if we was right, we'd sound like everybody else.
This is true.
All right.
So do you have anything else to add about yourself and your music and your future plans before we boot you off the show?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, just check out my Facebook page. I'm trying to get out and about. The lady that hooked me up with this show I think she's trying to help me out a little bit. And yeah, I mean, things are looking up, so we're going to keep trucking right along and see where it goes.
Is he talking about Kelly?
Yeah, you're talking about Kelly, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
She only ever hooks us up with the best people.
She does. Kelly Lee is awesome. She's gotten us quite a few great guests, and just love that girl.
Yeah, she's awesome.
One more thing I do want to ask you, though. Have you done any live Facebook music?
I have like maybe 3 times.
Do you think it's worth the effort, or do you think it amounts to anything?
Well, the biggest problem is, like, I would kind of know how to say it. The few times I've done it, I've tried to get on and do it for like 15, 20 minutes. And it usually ends up doing an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know? So, like, once I start playing, it's really hard for me to say, well, I'm done. Oh, I want to play this one more song. Okay, now I'm done. Well, let me play this next song. And it's just ends up being entirely too time consuming. So I do need to work on it, and I need to, like, set a timer right off the bat, like 15 minutes. Bam, I'm done.
So do you think there's any value to it?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, if you're doing it in your living room, just as like a hey, how are you kind of thing, I think so, yes. But I know there are people that do it when they're playing a show. They'll set up their phone and do a live Facebook, and I think that's just stupid. Because at that point, why would I get out of my house and go to your show when I can just turn on my phone and watch you from my couch in my underwear?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my thing. I pretty much asked everybody that. I was just trying to get a consensus of what people thought about it. For the most part, everybody thinks it's okay.
Right.
Seems to, it gets the word out, gets their voice out there, gets their name around. So it does help, I guess. But, yeah, sometimes I think it's a little over the top.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Holden. Sure appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck tomorrow night. You're going to need it.
I probably will.
Hey, we've set the scene for you, baby. We've set the romantic scene. All you've got to do is just ask the question. You buy her a 10-pack of chicken nuggets, and she's all yours.
When you go out,
if I buy her a 10-pack, she's going to tell me no. I need to get her like the Mc 20-pack or something. She loves them chicken nuggets.
When you go out with your Whopper, she'll be screaming, "I'm loving it." All right.
Dang right.
We're going to throw your redneck Cinderella back on here again.
Outstanding. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir. Had a good time. Appreciate it. Call anytime you like. You ever in Texas, let us know.
Will do. Y'all take care.
All right. You be good then.
See ya.